Solid. What's up, everybody? This is my friend Dwaun. We work together.
What's up?
We're just doing a little bit of a podcast here today for a short minute, and like my first official guest. So welcome to We Do Podcasts, as we're calling it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. We're gonna start off with this awesome quote that I found for everyone trying to do a cool quote in my book of quotations. I think it's like the second edition. Oh yeah. It's right there. It's by John Wesley, who I don't know exactly who he is, but he was born in 1703. So if you guys know who that is, do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you ever can. And that's pretty awesome. I like that one.
I like that too. That actually sounds great.
Yeah. So, but basically, yeah, we talk about just stream of consciousness, how things are going. So what's up with you? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. You know,
Nice.
I just started school.
Awesome. So you're studying to become a dental hygienist?
I am.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, when he's finished, this guy does good work. I work with him, so I know he does good work.
Thank you. I appreciate that, bro.
So once you get that done, I'll be like, hey, go to this guy. He's a dentist.
Yeah, I'm gonna help everybody out.
For sure. But yeah, and so the idea, those that are new to the podcast, is just we talk.
What's
we
up,
say,
Amber?
Hey, what's up, Amber? Tuning in. How's it going? Welcome in. We are live. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, I read the first chapter of this book this week. Really good. Just like basics. Awesome resource. Just kind of talked about good questions to ask if you want to start a business. Are you ready to handle it? And I think one of the best questions was, they said who, what, when, where, why, and how. And it's like breaking that down even more. Of just like, who am I going to work for? I'm going to work with. Do I want to do a partnership? Do I want to do sole proprietorship? Do I want to bring on employees? How do I compensate these people for their time? These kinds of things. And then what's our service? What's our good? Are we going to be doing, good services, these kind of, or both? But really good. And if you have any ideas, I recommend this is a great book.
How much does it cost?
I was given it. I don't know. We can probably look it up actually, because we're on the internet.
Oh yeah, right.
Amazon. Let's pull it up here. Look it up on Amazon. And we will just look up. Oh, look, Crocs. Non-ship kitchen shoes from non-slip kitchen.
Oh yeah.
That's my last purchase on Amazon.
That's a good purchase.
Oh yeah. Small business startup. Oh. Startup guide. Ugh. Once again, typing. Let's see who wrote this one. Hal Root and Steve Coing. We'll search the title for now. This may be an older version too. There are some really good resources out there though, and this is one of them. The author is Hal Root and Steve Coing. This is the third edition. And when was this published? Usually it'll say the first couple of pages to the last page. It'll be like published by this company this year. Source Books Incorporated, based in Illinois. Okay, 1994.
Wow.
That's the year I was born. This is an older book. A lot of these books are running between $10, $15, $20. But that's a really good resource. I would just definitely check it out. And if you ever wanted to, if you're local, what about you guys? Amber's at work. I feel it. Making that money. Always. You got to keep moving.
Facts.
But yeah, so I recommend that one. It's a great read. I'm only in the first chapter, but already like really good information. My other book I've been looking to read is in here. It's about social media marketing and things like that. I've been trying to get into that one. I have a lot of books I want to read. Film and Religion is a decent one. I've only just read a couple pages of it, but a nice book. It's kind of talking about theme, kind of backgrounds and whatnot. And there's some really cool ones in here. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, wow. The Exorcist. Oh boy. Great time. But just as a writer who wants to get across good points and kind of good vibes, I really want to like look at how it was done in other successful films, things like that. And it's kind of as someone that wants to kind of create that environment. But yeah, I've been looking at a couple of things, trying to get more, just read more recently. I've been really enjoying that as just like a more downtime versus spending time like surfing the web all the time. Trying to be a little bit more strategic with how I utilize this thing up in the old noggin.
Right. I think everybody should do that. I know I definitely need to start doing that.
For sure. I've spent so much time not reading, like it took me a minute to kind of get back into like not having to have like every 5 seconds, whatever like the standard is in like movies and stuff. Everything changes so quick. Right. So like sit down and like retrain my brain to do that.
Right. For
sure. So what classes are you taking, Dwaun?
I'm taking anatomy, algebra again. I had to take that.
For sure.
I'm taking, I have a nutrition class, and those is basically it. I'm only taking 3 right now because I don't think I can take more than that.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm still working full time.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to, get back in the process of going to school and get everything done. Trying to, it's about time I start trying to start a life and everything.
For sure.
Now it's about the time.
Absolutely. We're in the same boat. I'm going to start school hopefully January here. I'm very, very blessed that Starbucks is going to pay all of that. So anything
for that, bro. You really
working hard. Appreciate it. Trying to. It's been a bit of an adjustment, like juggling the 2 jobs right now and trying to kind of figure out what's the best hours at both places and telling me both bosses, like, I want to be able to be here for you guys when I can, but there's some days where it's just going to be a weird juggling act. Right. But it's been good and it's been awesome. And then working with this guy is awesome. He's just a good worker, a good guy. He just doesn't do a lot of drama, and I respect that about him.
I appreciate that. I feel the same way, bro. You're a cool, energetic, positive person. Those type of people, you need in your life to make that job need that type of energy there.
Yeah,
sometimes it
absolutely.
Get dull.
There are days, I've
I've
been there for like a month now, and I'm like,
they get kind of dull, but you bring in that energy that everybody needs to not
go absolutely crazy.
I appreciate that. Of
course, man.
You're a real cool dude, and it's not a lot of people who like you, bro.
Thank you.
You look, instead of looking for the negative in things, you always look for the positive, and I respect that.
Thank you.
I really do respect that, bro.
Appreciate it. So, but yeah, what's been going on in your life aside from working and hustling and school?
Oh man, it's really just I got a girlfriend.
Nice.
I be with her whenever I
That's
have
awesome.
free time. I've been talking to her for a while. And, we just recently started dating.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
What else I usually do? I play basketball every other time. Maybe like 2 times a week. I try to go to do that just to do something else and not be working and doing that.
Same old. I like
trying to stay fit. That's something I try to do.
That's good. Activity, stay healthy.
I think those really about it, bro. I'm just I'm trying to do like what you do. I'm trying to grind.
I like it. I can respect that.
I'm trying to focus, get everything done.
For sure. That's awesome.
Yeah. What about you, bro?
Well, I mean, podcasts, the videos, the juggling the 2 jobs, trying to get to school soon, trying to read. I'm trying to use my time very productively. I try to still sleep 6 to 8 hours a night as well. Try to do decent diet when I can. When I go to the store next, I'll be getting, my smoothie stuff, my greens, my spinach, my fruits, and all that, just to kind of keep that happening, because I really need that for good energy throughout the whole day, especially when I work like my long days where I start at 9 at Starbucks and get off at like 11 at Buffalo's. Right. It's like that big chunk of like 14 hours, just trying to go.
Right. So
I'm trying to keep that healthy, good energy coming into my body versus just like shoving. What, kick and wrap? Yeah. Which is tasty.
Those addictive, bro. Those is addictive.
Absolutely. Very, very delicious, but not the healthiest long term. Like I should still have one every now and again, but I feel like I've had too many already.
And the fries.
Oh yeah, always fries. Always good fries. But yeah. Oh man, it's been good. It's a good day. I just basically did laundry today. For those of you that want to know what I did today. Hung around. What's up, Brent? Welcome in. How's it going?
What's up, Brent?
This is my friend Dwaun.
Nice to meet you.
He's my buddy Brent is the guy that we met at a piano. We're like the same person, but he's in me in like a younger, more attractive body. He's a really cool dude though. Nice. He says nice to meet. But yeah, he's basically just like me. We met at a piano, we hit it off, and we've been friends ever since. About 4 or 5 years now.
That's cool.
And he lives in Oregon, in a place called Dundee, which I'd never heard of before until I went there.
That's crazy.
It's kind of close to Portland. But yeah, he's a teacher. He just finished his 4-year degree, and he is teaching.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember. I think he told me at one point, but he's teaching at a private school, and he's got a really good gig. Started full time right out of college. Not having to get any like teaching time, or just started straight up. Wow. 6th grade, nice.
Congrats, bro.
That's awesome.
That's a big accomplishment. Congrats.
For sure. Because it takes a lot of people, like they have to get out of school, have to do other residency, and he just found a really good gig.
For real, that's great. That's real great.
But yeah, he inspired me to go back to school too. I was like, how is me? How am I better than myself? How is Brent? So I felt like a little bit of friendly competition. I'm like, shoot. And I want to be a teacher now, so
that's good. I think you would be a good teacher, bro.
Appreciate it.
Just by your principles and things. I think that's you can instill that on younger people, younger generation, and try to help them out.
Oh yeah, I think that they need that. I think a lot of I really admire all the teachers I've had throughout my whole life. They really just like inspired and instilled like just good, positive self-image, positive mental health in these students, and like there's a lot of really, really awesome teachers that I've had. I kind of had this, there's a school that's fairly famous. I don't know the name of it. My mom was showing me a video. It was kind of in this lower income, kind of like the ghetto of just like these kids that didn't have a lot of opportunities. And this teacher just turned their whole world around by just being awesome and creating a good environment where it was learning, it was fun, and everyone was just really, really enjoying their time there. And like they were having great test scores, very, very well accredited school. And like that was inspiring to me to maybe do something like that one day as well.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I really think you can do it, for real.
Appreciate it. That's the goal. Something. So
what grade would you think about teaching or trying to do?
That's a really good question. I might go with 6th grader or younger. I know that a lot of it's a juggling act with like high schools as well, middle schools, because a lot of those kids just kind of have lost that passion. Right. I'd love to bring that back into the classroom, bring that passion back to these kids at that age especially. So we find a lot of people, I mean, in my experience, especially working at colleges, I met people who were like, I didn't want to do school after high school, so I just went and got a job, and now I feel like I'm at a dead end. I don't want to, like, I can't like make any kind of progress. And so I think that passion needs to go back into those environments as well. So it'd definitely be a challenge, but I might do that. I don't know. We'll see at the end of the day.
Wow. You and Erica both want to be a teacher too.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's amazing. Y'all both got kind of the same mentality on that. She almost said the same thing you said.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like Erica. She's good to work with.
Erica, amazing. I love her. She's a real good person.
Yeah. We have some gems at Buffalo's. And we have some everyday people too. And says I'm making awesome teacher. I think so. And when I did summer camps and I did recess and other things like that, I really enjoyed the younger grades. And 4th and 5th is one of my favorites to do. I was always, and of course, being the recess guy, I was every kid's favorite guy. Like I was like, he doesn't have us sit down and write things. He just has us. I thought about doing PE, maybe doing PE and math.
That would be good too.
Yeah, because that's kind of my specialty. I used to be a fitness trainer, a certified fitness trainer, and so like that plus the math that I just naturally kind of just get would be a really cool combination. And maybe music. We'll see. At the end of the day, it's all about pushing forward to something. Making some kind of progress.
Thanks.
And that was today. My big lesson today. I was wrestling with this. My mom. I have to thank my mom for kind of pulling me aside and being like, "You need to calm down and realize something here." She always tells me to judge things with truth first, facts, and then emotions. Oh, it's okay, Brent. You take care. I know you're starting teaching like officially, I think next week. So you take care. Get some rest. And awesome. Yeah, I'll watch back later.
See you later, Brent.
Have a great rest of your day. But yeah, she was just telling me that like you need to go truth, facts, emotions because oftentimes I'm very comfortable being very emotional and I'm very very honest about how I feel. And there are days where I'm like I don't feel so hot today, and I'm doing all right. I'm definitely still feeling blessed, but I'll still have days where I'm like nah.
Right.
And that's kind of just fluctuate. That's just emotions. And sometimes it's the weather. Sometimes it's you didn't have a good thing to eat last night. Sometimes it's you're not feeling too hot physically, which affects you like emotionally because we are. I read somewhere that we're considered biopsychosocial, which is biological, psychological, sociological beings, where we have all that intertwined. And up until recently, they didn't kind of approach treatment to health problems in that way. They really approached it just from a physical aspect. And so, up until recently, that shift didn't happen. So, you finally shifted in treatment, looking at that as biological, psychological, sociological altogether.
Wow.
And so it's been an interesting trend that's kind of shifted in how they treat things.
I didn't know about. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know about a lot of that. I appreciate you letting me
Yeah,
know about
for
that.
sure. I only learned it a little bit ago. I remember I was doing some reading in a book that someone had me loaned me, and it was like kind of a psychology book that I really enjoyed reading. It may have been for community college as well. I think I read it a couple times.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's important to stay informed about that. And as I always say, my message is always, especially if you're having a tough time mentally or emotionally, talk to a professional, reach out to your friends. I absolutely cannot stress enough the importance of going to see someone who knows. I'll always say, have good vibes, have good energy, do what's important to you. But I'm not an expert, so I will always say, go see an expert. If you're having a tough time, go talk to an expert because that is crucial. Um, and I've known people who have been very, very happy, very, very healthy, but have still gone to see an expert just to help them, process things that were like, this is a little bit weird right now. I think that it's important that it's becoming more normalized to do that. I think it's really, really important to have that discussion, especially older generations. Like a lot of my older men in my life are just kind of, they grew up in a time where it was like men have to be strong, they have to be the man of the house, the man of the their place, their city, their town, their community, and just be very, very strong. And there's low that I have a lot of respect for that. I really, really admire that. At the same time, not kind of stuffing those emotions down too much.
Yeah, that's not healthy. It's best to go and talk to somebody about it. Like you said, an expert. Talk to your parents, your friends.
Yeah.
It's better to get that out instead of holding it in because it's not gonna help. It's just gonna it's gonna make it worse. You're gonna feel worse, and if you feel bad, that's
it affects your whole life.
It
I mean,
does.
your mental state is it's such a powerful tool, the brain. I was running sprints at a track one time, and my mind was telling me, you cannot do another one. You cannot do another one. And I said, no, I can't. So I was lucky enough to be there was not a lot of people. So I closed my eyes and I had my guy tell me like, hey, like, let me know when I get, if I start running towards one of the poles. But I sprinted and I did the next 100 meters at that speed because I put my mind to it. And I said, let's not let emotions like really or feelings dictate how we're doing this. Kind of going back to that same 3-tier system of truth, facts, emotions, which my next video will be about, which will be out hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. Working on that one right now. Very, very excited. So once again, I always stress, talk about those things, talk about how you feel, how those discussions. Part of them having this podcast is having a platform to just talk. Just be like, this is how I feel about this or that. And it's an open platform discussion for all across the board. I really don't bother getting offended by things because I don't have the time or the energy for it. And if anyone wants to comment or if a guest wants to say something, I'm always, always welcome. Just lay it out. If there's like something's on your mind, and that way, great segue to open up to you. If there's anything right now on your mind that you want to tell anyone, talk to me about, just absolutely open. That's how this format is. There's a portion of this where it's what I think, what you think, and just if you have anything that you can think of, you're welcome to kind of chime in.
Like right now?
Yeah, it's just say anything.
Oh, I don't really think I have a lot. I try to, like you said earlier, I try to like communicate what I got going on.
For sure.
I'm not very expressive, but I'm not gonna hold anything down.
Yeah.
If something is ruining my day, I'm gonna talk to somebody about it.
For sure.
Whether it be my girlfriend, my parents, anybody.
Yeah.
I just I did that at one point. I was like around last year, I was going through a tough time through everything. stuff was hard. And like this year, I told myself like I need to do completely different because feeling like that's not the way to go. You know,
Yeah.
feeling bad like that and like just like trying to go day by day and hoping that maybe they get better without talking to anybody. That's not gonna help. And it's just gonna be something inside of you always feeling like hurting you, and you're not really gonna know what to do. It's better to talk to people, basically, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it helped a lot. Even if you think it won't, it really do. Because you talk to people you trust and who you think will give you good advice on it.
Absolutely.
Not just anybody, though.
Yeah. That's wisdom right there. I like that because, yeah, talk about it, but especially people who you can just really confide in and be very, very honest with. Because if you talk about it, but you're like hiding like this bit, like, I don't think they're going to like this part of it. Hey, Connor, he has a podcast as well. My buddy Connor.
What's up, Connor?
That's my buddy Dwaun. He's my first official guest here. But Connor is the guy that did podcasts. He was the first like friend that I watched on a podcast, and he was one of the guys who inspired me to do the podcasts. He'll be on mine and I'll be on his sometime once we figure out the whole technology.
Right.
But yeah, I appreciate it, Connor. Thank you so much. I love your feedback. I love watching your stuff. I need to catch up. There's a lot of your stuff that came out like bam, bam, bam. I was like 5 podcasts I still need to catch up on. But I saw you posted one today that I really wanted to look at. Nice. I know what you're saying. It's important to be the one doing things and not try to be the one seen doing things. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. There's a great segment. I'm going to get a little religious here in the Bible where it talks about if your right hand does a good deed, don't let your left hand know about it. And spend your time actually hustling and grinding. A lot of that happens is behind the scenes for people. Like if you're in school or if you're, at a job or if you're doing something, even just reading for this, like no one sees you doing that. And just kind of having that opportunity to get there. I love that, Connor. That's awesome. That's really, really nice.
I like that too. That's a good one.
But yeah, I need to catch up on your podcast as well. I'm excited. There's some really good. He's got some awesome guests on his pod. I highly recommend. I'll send you his stuff.
All right, bet. Definitely check it out.
But yeah, so we're just sitting, just talking, stream of consciousness. I like that's a good format. I think that's a really good format to have. Like we had our quote, we had our. I think the next thing I wanted to do kind of structure was a little bit of inspiration. I try to do that all the time. I try to inspire and encourage. My thing today was a little bit about that truth, facts, emotion, but also about awesome. Appreciate it, Connor. Yeah, you should hop on his. We'll get you on his podcast for sure.
Anytime, let me know. I'm definitely willing to jump on any podcast and talk. Y'all all seem cool. You cool, Austin. I appreciate you a cool person.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Connor's a good guy. We worked together in Tacoma, close to Seattle, for a while, and he left for similar reasons why I left. Just there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we're not going to get into. That kind of politics is way behind us. But yeah, awesome. We appreciate it. We'll be looking forward to it, Connor. But yeah, so the inspiring thing today is a lot about similar to what Connor said about doing the things and like actually putting in that work, because a lot of times people want to have the reward without the work. I guess there's that like fad diets or like these kinds of like weight loss plans, or even like that's a simple example of like I want to have the reward of exercise but also not exercise. Right. Or I want to have the reward of doing this but not take the time to actually do it, and building that accreditation through doing those things and being consistent in those things and being trustworthy is super, super important. And so my encouragement to all today, especially, is to do that work. What's up, Erica? Welcome in. You know Dwaun. Heyo, supporting the Buffaloes. I like it.
Hey, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have to leave at 6.
Okay.
I guess Elliot called out.
For sure.
But it's good to see you, Erica.
Yeah, thanks for popping in. We appreciate it. But yeah, let's see. What can we?
She's still supporting that, Buffalo.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes. Oh man, what else? What other cool things can we talk about? I think I showed this last week. These new designs I'm working on, Kill Time Not Vibes. That's upside down. This one's upside down. You can't quite see it though. Working on these ones right now. And gang, I feel it. I have to get these ones scanned and then put up on here, and then I'll have 2 actual designs to vote from, or actually on t-shirts so you guys can see better what it's going to look like. This is the book I was talking about, Social Media Marketing for Musicians. And next week, we'll talk about the chapter I'm going to read a little bit in this, and we'll kind of talk about the tools that were laid out here in Bobby Owinski's Social Media Promotion for Musicians specifically. But yeah, super excited to be digging into some stuff and talking about some things. So I don't want to keep you for too long. We'll have a little bit more and I'll get you out of here so you can go take care of what you got to do.
Right.
But yeah, I am excited. Thanks for being my first official guest.
Of course,
it was awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man.
Earlier, I'm honored to be on here.
Definitely. We'll have you on another time when we have a little bit more to talk about. Maybe we'll both read a little bit and then kind of have some discussion beforehand and have a little bit more structure to that one.
Yeah.
But I did want to get another one out, and I was awesome. He was awesome enough to just hop over here and just be like, yeah, I'll hop on today. So very excited. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Amber, Brent, Connor, and Erica for tuning in. A little shout out for you all. They're all awesome, wonderful people. And they have such cool stories, and I'm hoping to get everybody on here as much as possible, just talk about where they're from, what they've done, and we'll hopefully have maybe once a month have like a story day where we'll have someone come on and just talk about what they've been doing, where they've come from, their background, things like that. So, but we are at 26 minutes. I'm trying to keep these between 30 and a half hour, but since he's got to go and I've got to work on a video, I think we're going to go ahead and call it an episode here. Nice. Connor, one quick thing from Connor here. You talked about people wanting the reward without putting in the work. I think one of the remedies for that is fully understanding something else. Don't be late for work. Oh my goodness. How about you shoot that in a message, Connor, and I'll put that, I'll give you a little thing in my next video, in my next podcast. I'll give that comment in there. I'll read it up, or maybe in my video is coming out tomorrow or tonight. But I want to hear what you had to say. Thank you so much, Connor. It really means a lot. I really admire what you do and having all the awesome guests and the good talks. And I'm excited to be on yours, excited to have you on my mind. It's going to be awesome. So as a closing, you guys are wonderful, amazing, fantastic, marvelous, beautiful human beings. I love you all so much. I'm very excited to be having more creativity, having more margin to make things and put things out there. Thank you again for hopping on. Have I said thank you 5 times yet? I really appreciate it. And thanks for tuning in, all the viewers. We are going to call it a night, sort of. Call it an evening. It's 5:45-ish. Call it a night. We give you guys a crisp high five. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? We're tuning out just now. Oh, you're kind of late. You have to watch it back, though. Oh, we'll get you on, Amber. I'm very excited. Well, Jonathan, we are just ending the podcast. So you can watch it back, and we'll hopefully have you on here as well sometime. So you guys are awesome. Peace out. High five. And there we go. That's it. Awesome.